everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Football the Game here, and today I'm playing some more Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense. So, in this video, I guess, I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this intro. In this video, we're doing one tower only and Ultra Buff Dungeon Fin. In the same video this time, because I separated it for Hunter Marceline, and I think it was kind of boring, so we're going to be doing it in the same video for Dungeon Fin. So first things first, I just want to quickly double check some math here. Tuxedo Jake, how much do you need to reach 7 stars? You need 18 plus 75, so that is 85, 93. So we have an extra 20, which should be more than enough for you, right? Yeah, you only need 14. So we can indeed do this. I just wanted to double check I had enough Cosmic Essence. So there we go. Level 7 Dungeon Fin. We're going to get his new ability. We'll see how good it is. Another new ability test. Inferno ability activates a massive burst of damaging fire. It sounds powerful, but it's a little hard to know. And of course, also an additional trinket slot should always, will always be nice. So we're going to start with the one tower only, and then the Ultra Buffed will happen later. Let's go for Cosmic Gauntlet just so we can have that extra attack speed. Though right now we have a ton of attack speed and not a ton of damage unless it's to a bad balloon, so come to think of it, well, nah, like more class balloons we're going to be doing lots of damage. It's fine. So yeah, we're going to be doing Ultra Buff Dungeon Fin, or not Ultra Buff, one tower only, then Ultra Buff Dungeon Fin. I have no idea how strong he's going to be. If I remember correctly, he didn't do terrific on the one tower only, or the pseudo one tower only, because I don't think we actually did proper one tower onlys for them. But I don't know, I feel like this ability is obviously meant for balloons rather than single target, so I feel like he's going to do a really good job this time around. We're just going to have to wait and see. So first things first, obviously, Dungeon Fin, in you go, right in the center. You have an absurd amount of attack speed and very little damage. So let's get these sword upgrades immediately to boost that damage, attack speed, and literally everything else. Look at him. He's attacking balloons, and you barely see the sword move because that's how fast his attack speed is. No buffs. This is his normal character with trinkets, no buffed attack speed. Can you imagine this when we give him Tuxedo Jake's buff and Lemon Hope's buff? And I think PB also has an attack speed buff. Can you imagine this when he's fully ultra buffed? It's going to be absolutely insane. He'll be attacking like 1,000,000 times per second. Right now, though, that is not the case. But I mean, it should get pretty crazy pretty fast. I have pretty good feelings about the base tower. Though there's still definitely a part of me that's a little suspicious that he does better if you just buy the sword upgrades. Because the second you buy other upgrades, it interrupts his basic sword attacks. They add attacks, but that adds attacks to his attack cycle, which means sometimes he's not spamming them with his endless sword attacks. So it's a little hard to tell necessarily which one's better. I'm going to go with all the upgrades for now, but if we do lose, I might try again with just the attacks, like just the swords. So we'll see. We will see. Because the sword attack really is his main DPS. Though once you get the Balamoon set up, it's pretty absurd as well. We also happen to have the clone, we have the Fin Sword ability, because it's the fastest attack speed sword. Not necessarily sure if it's the best sword per se, but we're going to use it. With damage buffs, it definitely is. So we just get a second one of him, and for whatever reason, he is the only tower that part of him isn't all blue, all the weird, like, clone blue. His hair is fire, his hair is like orange flames. He's the only tower that acts like this, and I have no idea why. Also, if you're wondering why I just checked the abilities, I actually want to see if I could still use the Crystal Copy on Dungeon Fin. Just out of curiosity. I'm pretty sure we've done it before, and I know we can, or at least I'm pretty sure we can, but I am curious. That reminds me, I still want to do, next time Send the Clones comes in, I want to see if I can get multiple Vengeful Sun Gods. I want to do that. I was thinking today, and I know I mentioned it last time, that I was going to do Soup Monkey on the hardest map in the game. But I don't know, I'm unsure right now because I feel like it's not going to work. That's the truth. I feel like it's not going to work because there's so many paths. Best case scenario, I just do a normal strategy and then on like round 50 I switch to him only. And even at that, there's still good odds he won't win because I'm pretty sure with the ability is infinite range and I think can shoot through walls. So I think he'd be able to do it then, but even at that point I really don't know and it's hard to know, so I decided against it for the time being. If you have some crazy idea that are like, well, if you do this, then it'll work, definitely let me know, but otherwise, I think for the time being, I'm not going to bother doing that, and we're going to just stick with doing all the premium stuff for now while I hope and wait for Cookieron Kingdom's eventual update. I've said that for like 2 weeks now. I really want it to come. Bloons Adventure Time Tower Defense is fun and all, but I wouldn't mind a break from it. I've been doing a lot of it recently because no Cookieron Kingdom. But alas, hopefully it'll come soon. They just released a trailer for Cookie Run Oven Break, which normally means Cookie Run Kingdom's around the corner, but we'll have to wait and see. That was a lot of lag. Why is it lagging? It should not be lagging. Also, this is actually really interesting. Because there's such weak balloons, and it's literally just him, we really get to see all of his individual attacks. Like, he has the weird, like, lasers from the battle move, and the flame slash just creates, like, this fire explosion on the map. He has this, like, Inferno ring of fire. His shield throw is like a golden boomerang. I have no idea why it's so golden, but it really does. When he throws it, it looks like a golden boomerang. Also, we can afford Inferno now. It's debatable which one of these better. We'll have to wait and see. Focus Fire is more expensive. I find that interesting that Focus Fire is more expensive. I really, really do. But honestly, who knows? Maybe I'll get an ultimate surprise here and they'll be like, yeah, you're a premium, you're immune to the rules, you can have both abilities. I heavily doubt it, but that would be really cool. I don't know. I'm hoping Inferno's cool because Focus Fire is really powerful. So if Inferno's kind of lame, that kind of sucks. Because then the level 7 thing, that's one more level 7 ability that just kind of sucks. Because Hunter Marston's wasn't that great either, so we'll see. Inferno, we have the ability. I'm debating right now. Should I wait and build suspense? Nah, let's just use it now. What was that meant to be? It shot fire in like a random circle and then that was over. And the ability cooldown's not even all that short. I'm really hoping that's because like the round ended or something and it was about to get cool. Because that was really lame. Like really, really lame. Start a round. What is that thing? That's... What? Activate a massive burst of damaging fire. That... I need to wait and see. On round 40, we're going to use the ability. It better, like, one-shot Moabs and do, like, 10,000 damage. Because that was... This has not been impressive thus far. Why is that the ability? It's just, like, a tiny stream of fire in a couple directions. And then it's gone! The Battle Moon would be more impressive, and so far the other abilities definitely better. We'll see. We'll wait for the Bad Balloon, then not for the Bad Balloon. Try to the Moab, maybe it one-shots the Moab, and then maybe it just does, like, an insane, like, 10,000 damage at once. One-shot ZMDs, just crazy damage. We'll see. It did one-shot the Moab. I have a tiny bit of hope restored. That means it does at least, like, 600 damage. I'm willing to bet that at minimum it does 1,000 damage, which is not bad. But I'm hoping they threw in that extra 0 there and it's 10,000, so it's actually pretty good. Because the fire, like, his other ability is really powerful. And although, yeah, it's cool, you can do it for, like, 100 Moabs and one-shot all of their layers, that's only, like, 1,000 damage to a bunch of balloons. That's not that insane. So we're gonna wait for the BFB next. If it one-shots the BFB, then I have a pretty good feeling it's powerful. If it one-shots the ZMG, it's an insane ability. So we just have to wait and see how crazy this damage is. Again, if I had to guess, it's 1,000, but it's hard to know. Maybe it's 3,000, maybe it's 5,000, maybe it's 10,000, maybe it's 1,000,000, maybe it one-shots everything. I just can't wait to see, like, the title if it does one-shot the Baboon. Like, Dungeon Fin is the most overpowered tower in the entire game. Or probably not that, because I'll probably just say, hey, he one-shotted the Bad Balloon. That's pretty cool in itself. We're gonna see. I have my hopes raised again. Unlike Hunter Marston, where I was preying on, like, nothing, basically, I actually have decent hopes for this. Don't disappoint, okay? Flame Burst, you sound Sorry, not Flame Burst. Inferno, you sound pretty powerful. You don't look that impressive, so you better be pretty powerful to make up for that. Next round, any second now, the BFB will come. I have faith. I have a little bit of faith. Okay, come on, BFB. Hopefully you won't get hit by too many lasers in the meantime, because there are a lot of lasers going just about everywhere. But I think it spawns at the end, so we should be good. Round 53? I thought it was round 52 the BFB comes. I keep mixing this up. Round 53. Is this the BFB round? There we go, BFB. Any second now. We'll wait a little bit. And now. It one-shots the BFB. Hope has been restored. So I don't actually know exact health of a BFB. I know a Moab has somewhere between like 300 and 500. So I don't know about a BFB exactly how much health it has. Well, we can take a bit of a look here. 46,000 to like 48,000. So that's like 2,000. So it means it does over 1,000 damage. Was I actually correct in my like first guess here? First of all, that's a pretty powerful user too. It seems to have full map range. We'll try it on the ZMG to test that and also against damage. One shot on BFBs though is already pretty decent territory for the ability. it's already enough that at the very least it's an interesting decision. And because of how the level 7 ability works, not the level 7, the normal ability, the, what's it called, Focus Fire ability works, it is definitely debatable, because Focus Fire, you basically don't need ability cooldown with it. With Inferno, you kind of do. So with enough ability cooldown, like with Cobras and stuff, this could be really good. But we're going to wait and see. I'm not going to use it till the ZMG comes. We're going to see, first of all, does it, well, no. Okay, it does have infinite range, or practically infinite range. I did want to test that. I'm still a little nervous about all of the, like, random balloons leaking through. But we do always have the Fin Sword ability as well. Like, this is pretty powerful. I feel like we'll be able to do this, but it's hard to know for sure, or, like, in advance. So we're going to see next round, ZMG. How's it going to go? How is it going to do? Can we do it? Do we have the ultimate power of the universe? Inferno. Okay, it didn't pop it. It did some good damage, though. No, we're not going to get another chance. I was going to say, can we see the actual damage? So it's definitely good, but it's not insane. I have faith, and I have hope that it seems pretty powerful, but it doesn't look too ridiculous. Like, I can do this, for example. That's pretty powerful. That's pretty helpful. A lot of ghost green balloons. I don't like that. But it does look powerful, and unlike Hunter Marcelin's lie, it actually sounds like it affects all balloons on screens. Or not sounds. Looks like it affects all balloons on screens, which is pretty good. I like it better. I like it better than the Hunter Marcelin one, but I still don't love it. Though by the looks of it, it's gonna one-shot DDTs and fortify DDTs, which, based on its damage so far, basically makes it sound like the Moab, but faster and slightly better damage. So, I mean, you all know how much I like the Moab. It's pretty darn powerful. So a Moab with better damage, a faster cooldown, and instantaneous effect, it's a pretty powerful thing. That's not something to underestimate. I can definitely see this being quite useful. But yeah, I don't know. Like, we'll have to wait and see for sure. I'm not liking how many balloons are here. There's just a lot of balloons really far on screen. One of these days, I'm going to have to actually use the Fin Sword ability and get a bit of extra help, but still. So I will save the ability again for, well, not really save, but I'll have the ability again for the DTs. I'm around 69. DDT, it might be 1, it might be 2, I'm not quite sure. Not that many, though. Not that it would matter, since again, seemingly infinite pierce, so we'll test that around 74. We'll also test if it applies to the bad balloon, because I know the Moab doesn't actually. No idea why we needed that there. Okay, let's see actual damage. So, come on. Oh no, the ability's not going to last long enough. I was going to say, can we see the actual damage of the thing, but no, the ZMD's too far along. Though maybe this next one, probably not, but maybe. Nah, it's too late. We're not really going to get a fair test, which is too bad. Are we going to die here? Okay, Fin Sword, it's time for you to be used. Okay, so this is going to affect 2 of them, so just, we're at 166, now we're at 176, so it does 5k damage, basically. Roughly 5,000 damage, that makes sense, I see that. Okay, so 5,000 damage is pretty darn good. It's definitely pretty darn good. Obviously that wasn't perfect. I'd like to get a better test, probably with the bad balloon, if it does affect him, which it should. We'll get a much better test, more accurate test. But that was definitely not bad. Like 5,000 damage to each balloon, to every balloon on screen. Really good at clearing up massive clusters of ceramics, which is pretty helpful, because that's a big weakness of Dungeon Fin, is high quantity of pierced balloons. Again, this would have been a good example, but too late now. We'll use it again on the DTs next round. I'll find a good example at some point. At some point, we'll have a good round where I can just wait. Okay, DTs, how well are you gonna do? First DT, one shot, there's only one. Yeah, so one shot's DTs, not surprising, but it actually does do 5,000 damage. That's not surprising in the slightest. Good crowd control, like if we can just hold this off, for example, a situation like this, I can eventually use the ability when we're about to die to win, which is good, because I think I'm gonna have to do that, but there's no ability cooldowns, and I'm terrified, because all of the abilities are off cooldown, and we died. Continue! Is this cheating? Maybe. But I didn't need the ability for round 69, so I feel like this isn't really that bad. I could have had the ability up. This is just perfection making. Slight cheating, but I mean, we're going to do Ultra Buff anyways. He's definitely going to win Ultra Buff. I just want to see if we can win normally. Which, yeah, no, I needed that help. Hopefully we're good now. Hopefully I don't have to use the other ability, because that feels a bit more like cheating, but now we're good. Round 71, though, not good. Not great. Our damage output and all that stuff, it's not terrific. For the bad balloon, we're definitely going to switch to the other one, because it just does so much more bad balloon DPS. But it could be a lot worse, all things considered. It could definitely be a lot worse. Do I need Flame Burst here? I don't think so. I think we're good. Yeah, nah, we're good. We can handle this. Dungeon Finn is powerful on his own, even without these powerful abilities. But the abilities certainly don't hurt. We're good, right? I have the ability ready if I need it, but hopefully I won't. There is some actual fortified mobs here, though, and I don't love that. I don't love that. Okay, you had to use the ability there. That's too bad. We're good, though, right? No other ability usage, and we're dead again. Okay, so basically round 70 is still our limit. That kind of sucks, because, you know, we're really powerful, but I guess not that powerful. So I do have to do a quick couple trinket swaps now, and then we'll head back in for the Ultra Buffed. So let's look at Inferno for a second. We do need to switch out a couple of these, for example, Dragon Eyes, and then the Whirlpool Handle. I don't need those anymore because of Tuxedo Jake. He'll give us those properties. So we do have things like Demon Heart and stuff like that we can put in instead. Whirlpool Handle's not bad because it gives +5 damage to Fortifieds and Ceramics, but I don't think we're going to do that quite yet. I think there's something better out there, but I don't know what necessarily, so maybe not. Well, no, he's a melee tower, so we can just give him another +2 damage. I think that is okay. Pretty sure that's good. With Cobra, though, this is going to go a lot better, so we will see. Cobra's going to make the ability basically twice as powerful, which is interesting, because we'll get to use it twice as often, which is pretty great. So we can immediately go into some Cobras, and then we'll get some money set up, and with all our Cobras, we'll get even more Cobras, and then with all those Cobras, we'll get a Monkey Farmer, and then we'll have the money to buy everything in the world. But no, it is definitely going to be cool to see all of the, the insane attack speed and all that stuff that he's going to end up with. I didn't actually end up testing out with just swords, simply because, if you guys couldn't tell, without that ability, we had to use abilities there. Without them, there was no way we would have done that. That was definitely a situation where abilities were necessary. And I think without them, even if we maybe had 5% more damage, we weren't gonna win. With 5% more sword attacks, there was no way we were gonna win that. Not to mention, I'm still unconvinced that the upgrades actually do make him worse. I just have a small hunch. I could definitely be wrong, but I have a bit of a hunch. But anyways, let's get our let's get our easy Tuxedo Jake money to increase the money income even more. We'll get every upgrade by round 12. And then we'll just have plenty of time to wait. So we'll start with Warrior PB. There's quite a few characters we have to set up here. Warrior PB, where can you fit? You don't have a very big blueprint, but I guess it's big enough. Can you not actually... Is this actually what I have to do? Do I actually have to sell Tuxedo Jake? Because Tuxedo Jake... Or not because Tuxedo Jake, because Warrior PB takes up too much space. No, because Tuxedo Jake saves the day with Turn It Up, I think. Pretty sure he has enough of a range increase. Hopefully. If not, PB actually gives a range increase as well, so we really should be okay. But I guess it's hard to know for sure. Marceline can step in here, definitely has enough range, her. You can stand next to the penguins, okay, Marceline? Next to the penguins is where you will stay, play your instrument for them, watch them as they enjoy their bacon. That is everyone, correct? Lemon Hope. We need Lemon Hope. I always forget about Lemon Hope. I don't know why I always forget about Lemon Hope, but I definitely do. But with that, that's pretty much everything. We need... What else do we need? We need these upgrades, and then we're literally good. I mean, we actually need to upgrade Dungeon Finn, I suppose. So we're not good, but we're basically good. Though we still have 60 more rounds to go, so, you know, we're gonna be here for a bit anyways. I will go for Bass Expert. I tend to like to go for that. I don't think it actually makes a difference. But again, why not? It's a bit of a superstitious thing, I guess, but there really is no reason not to, so not a big deal. Okay, so there's Inspiring Melody. There's more upgrades we can do here, but I feel we should probably actually, you know, buy Dungeon Finn's upgrades and, you know, the Cobras and stuff like that before we go for a 5% attack speed boost that's not even permanent, because that wouldn't be very good. But hopefully this is gonna work. I do also want to say thank you. I'm saying thank you technically in advance, but I doubt it. For 2,400 subscribers, I've been asking for it for a bit here, or a bit lately, because, well, we've been so close for so long, but it has finally come, or I assume. As I'm recording this, we are at 2,399, so I have to assume that sometime in the next, 8 to 10 hours, wait, no, more than that. In the next, 16 hours, plus, 16 plus? Somewhere around 16 hours, at least one person's gonna subscribe. That basically always happens. And there we go, actually, that's Dungeon Finn maxed out. So, yeah, I appreciate it. That was awesome. Now, let us get to 2,500 as soon as possible. 1/4 of 10,000, that's a pretty big deal. 10,000 would be crazy. We only hit 1,000, what would it have been? 6 months ago? Is it even 6 months? Just counting the ones out on my finger. We have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, 7. That's 8. So it would be 5 months ago. Not even 6 months ago. Wow. 5 to 6 months ago. That is nutty that it's only been that long. But you know, I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, 2,500's gonna be here pretty soon. Definitely by the end of the month. Probably well before then. Hopefully well before then. And by that point, we're basically just on our way to 10,000. Not really, obviously. Obviously not really, but I guess we're always on our way to 10,000. So, yeah. But yeah, I do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed yet, take this opportunity. You've heard about it so much. It's so wonderful. You definitely should. But yeah, I appreciate it. It's really awesome to see that. I can't wait. 10,000 would be pretty crazy, but it's obviously going to be a ways away. 2,500, though, is going to be pretty darn exciting. Then we have 5,000, 7,500, and 10,000. Lots of big milestones on the way, which will be pretty epic. Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say about that. That's pretty great. But yeah, let us get back to this. I say let us get back to this. We have another 40 rounds to kill, so let's just keep talking for a bit. If you're still here, you pretty much, well, not pretty much, you clearly enjoyed the video, so you also might as well give it a like. Hey, if I say it now, you don't have to hear it at the end of the video, so even better. Not to mention, there's like 90% more people listening now than they are at the end of the video, so that works pretty well as well. It is kind of cool to see how much, like, data YouTube Analytics has. I can see, like, exact moments where viewers just leave. It's kind of sad to some degree, but it's kind of cool as well. Also, Cobra upgrades, we forgot those. Now we are fully maxed out. Now we are good. We are ready for Dungeon Fin to demolish everything without a single ability. We'll see about that. But yeah, not a big deal. Also, have a good day. Hope you're having a good day. Have a wonderful day. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and enjoy. That was very random, but again, why not? Why not? It's always great to say, or to hear, have a great day. Maybe, I don't know, you don't hear it very often. I do find that's actually a big thing. You don't really hear that very often, just have a good day. I don't know, I guess maybe. I don't know, I don't hear that very often. Maybe where you guys are, you do. Maybe you're like, oh, I hear that like 10 times a day. Which is, I guess, is more than possible. If you watch 10 of my videos a day, you probably will hear that more than 10 times a day. Or less, who knows. I say it a lot. But you know what? Why not? Because it's a great thing to say. It's always a good thing to say. Happy things. My random segments in the middle of just waiting. Just waiting, filling with all my random thoughts. But it is kind of nice just to talk. I will be honest, it's one of the nicer things, just for like 20 minutes, half an hour, something like that. I just get to talk, which is kind of great. I'm someone that talks through things a lot to myself. If I have a plan, I'll just talk through it in my head. Not in my head. I'll talk through it very much so out loud for like an hour straight. Just thinking about what I'll change, what I plan to do. Could I be doing those things? Probably, but nah, it's much more fun just to talk about what you'll do. But I mean, nah, it's kind of great. It is a nice thing to do every once in a while, to just talk, say what you want to say your thoughts, your feelings, things like that. It's a pretty nice feeling, which I guess that both things at once, so even better. Oh, it's only round 53. We still have 22 more rounds to go. I will probably just see, honestly, at this point, it's been a while. I appreciate you. If you're still here, you've kept up with a lot of me, like, self-promotion and things like that, so I appreciate it. I'll see you guys on round at least 60. I'll see you on round 60, potentially later than that, but, well, no, no, I'll see you on round 60. Okay, so I'm back. It's round 60. It's only been like a minute, but whatever. We're here. We have 69,281 pops. It's probably going to be map. I may or may not do off camera. We'll see. Did I say map? Math. But yeah, so we're about to see how much damage this does exactly. So slow-mo down. 69,281 to 73,808. 69,281 to 73,808. 281,808. So it's like 4,600-ish, 4,500. I think it's 4,500. I'll put the exact number on screen, unless it is 4,500, in which case, yay me. But yeah, that was pretty decent. Not bad. We definitely killed the CMG really fast there. But that's a more exact number. It's very strange. 4,500, that seems kind of random. I wonder if it's a multiplier. That's one thought that was going through my head. I'm like, what if it just does 1,000 times what his damage would normally be? So what if, like, towards ZMG I do 45 damage, or I guess 100 times. So what if towards ZMG I do 45 damage as Dungeon Finn? So the ability does 4,500 damage. No idea if that makes any sense, but in my mind that's kind of the case. Or maybe it squares your damage. Or maybe I'm thinking way too much about math right now. Though I guess that would be pretty absurd damage if he did like 12, if he does like 23 damage and then they square that. That's actually not that big of a number. Never mind. Is that big of a number? No, that's like 500 something. Less than 500, so no, that's not that big of a number. Guess not, guess I was wrong. The math tricked me. Oh, whatever. Still, good to know the exact number. You guys know at least. I won't know for another, like, half hour, probably, until I get around to editing this thing. Assuming I remember to edit it. Hopefully I do. I'm usually pretty good about it, but not always. Let's get a double check. Never mind. I was gonna say, let's get a second check. 138,305. That doesn't count, because there were multiple balloons on screen. Maybe it's 4,000 exactly. No, it was definitely more than 4,000. I think it's 4,500. Pretty sure it's 4,500. Again, I'm saying this with the very likely chance that you guys already know, but whatever. Sure. Doesn't really matter. Also, one question I do have for those Bloons Adventure Time fans out there, not Bloons Adventure Time, just Adventure Time fans out, I didn't need to do that, out there. What exactly is the Battle Moon? Is it a mace? Is it a planet? Is it like a robot? What is it? Is it some magical artifact? Is it robotics? Is it just a random floating thing that shoots laser beams that kind of looks like the moon? What's the deal behind it? Honestly, if you know, I would like to know the story of every single part of, like, Dungeon Finn's outfit, his shield, his crown, all that stuff. I know it all comes from the same episode, but if there was, like, the cool story behind it all, I'd appreciate to know it all. I liked learning about Adventure Time. It's pretty cool. It has some very interesting stories to it. Okay, one more chance. Never mind. 223. Never mind. I will try again with the bat balloon then. That will be my second chance. In terms of actual, like, second chance though, we are doing pretty good. We're doing better, I think. What round did we die to? I think we died to round 71, but I'm not quite sure. Was it around 72? 73? I don't know. It might have been around 72, because I do remember these emojis. Is it fortified BFBs next? No. So it wasn't this round then. Who knows? Not a big deal. Destroy them all! That ability is super powerful. Like, really, really powerful. Not to mention, with the Cobras and stuff, the cooldown's pretty darn fast. It would, I believe, one-shot fortified deities as well, though I'm not quite sure. Okay, give me a second. Wait till everything's on screen. And annihilate! That's pretty epic to see. It is kind of disappointing it doesn't go through layers, though. That would be one big advantage that the Moab does have, is it goes through layers. If there's BFBs on the screen, it's not turning them to Moabs, it's turning them to nothing, whereas this ability just turns them to Moabs. I do wonder a little bit, we definitely needed that there. How does that exactly work? That's actually a good situation for that as well. How does it work, though? I'm gonna turn off auto start, interrupting myself constantly. What was I talking about again? This is the issue with interrupting yourself. No idea. Oh wait, no, I remember. I was gonna say, what determines whether or not something goes through layers? Like, if you do 5 damage to a Moab, like 5,000 damage to a Moab, what determines whether that Moab turns to a ceramic or whether that Moab turns to nothing? Because I honestly don't know. Is it, like, how do they determine that in the code? Is it, like, determined as a one-shot versus not a one-shot, or who knows, honestly? Yeah, I honestly don't know. Because some things do, like, a lot of abilities in particular will taking down one layer, but if you hit something with straight up 1,000 damage, normally it just turns to nothing. I think? I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'd be interesting to know. Okay, so look at the damage quickly. 415, 813, 415, 813, 415, 813, 420, 380. So it's 4750? I don't know. It's good enough damage. Ability storm time, ability storm. Destroy it with the double battle moon. That was pretty epic. Man, the double battle moon, that's the Finn sword with Dungeon Finn is pretty absurd. And victory! Okay, so that was pretty good. That was pretty fast. That ability is really powerful. Next video will probably be this on the harder map again, and then we'll do Tuxedo Jake. I promised someone that I would do Tuxedo Jake Ultra Option, and it's gonna happen. It'll be sad, it'll be disappointing, he'll make it to round 12, but I'm gonna do it. But yeah, so we'll do that eventually. Also, what do you complain? Oh! Huh. Send in the clones, what do you know? Maybe that won't be the next video. But maybe, I definitely mean it won't be. With Send in the clones, I'm probably gonna do so many ideas. I think Super Monkey Spam is next in order, but there's probably gonna be 2 from Send in the clones, because this is brand new. So there'll probably be 2 videos on it. One of them will probably be Super Monkey, like multiple Vengeful Sun Gods, but I don't know, is there another one you want to see? Is there a video in particular that you would like to see? Do you want to see Tuxedo Jake spam to see if his abilities stack, his upgrades stack? It's up to you guys. So one of them's probably going to be Super Monkey Army again, because it's a lot of fun, but a different kind of Super Monkey Army this time. I've done like 3 different versions. One where I don't upgrade them at all, one where I upgrade them a little bit, and this time where I upgrade them to max all of them. No Super Monkeys cannot be level 7 Vengeful Sun Gods. Or I guess level 9, but that's the upgrade level, whatever. But yeah, definitely let me know what you want the other one to be. What do you want the other Martian Games video to be? Because I'm interested to know what you guys want to see. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourselves, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!